Now, where indie music comes alive. Broadcasting live worldwide, plus on demand 24/7. Your host for the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, Dave Pratt.
Welcome to the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Let's get started.
World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Song number 1.
Well, hailing from Louisville, Kentucky, influenced by Dream Theater, Three Doors Down, Tool, Alice in Chains, these guys deliver a new sound with a big punch. In fact, their latest album release had Three Doors Down frontman Chris Henderson as their engineer. Joining us on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown from AvantGardeDog, Kevin McCreary.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
All
Fantastic. Right. How are you?
Doing great, and you're checking in from Kentucky, right?
And we're in Kentucky, Louisville. We are. Don't tell anybody.
Tell us more about AvantGardeDog.
Well, I met Chip a handful of years ago and quickly became musical soulmates. And I said, hey, let's write some songs. And he said, cool. And then that's what we did.
It's that simple.
It was. We have a love for the same type of music, like old prog rock and some newer cool stuff. And, we just kind of mishmashed it all together and came up with all this fun stuff.
Yeah, talk about working with Chris Henderson as your engineer from Three Doors Down.
Well, he's an old friend of mine from back in the day. Chip and I both have toured in the past with other bands that were, had some pretty good success. And I met Chris on tour, actually. And then, we always kept in contact. And I played him some demos of some stuff I wrote years and years ago. And then when it came time to do it, I called him and I said, hey, you still want to produce this record? He was like, yeah, send me some stuff. So, we sent him all the demos, and he loved it all and said, let's go.
Talk about some of the other artists that you've worked with on tour. You mentioned that you've worked with several, and of course you made that bond with Chris Henderson, who you ended up working with. Talk about some of the other artists that have influenced you along the way from your tours.
Chip, you want to say something about that?
Oh, there's so many. We were just talking earlier today, the irony of just how much Canadian music that we love and inspired us, Kim Mitchell, the Philosopher Kings, Rush, obviously, and Steppenwolf was my influence to play, who had lots of, who had Canadian heritage. So just the irony and the beauty of all this is just, it's a bit overwhelming and exciting. But we've both kind of done similar things. I've toured with Henry Lee Summer and Jimmy Reiser, who did the John Mellencamp tour, and been a backup artist for several people. And Kevin's worked with Tantric, and he had a couple other successful bands that I'll let you ask him about. And just came full circle, that it's like, a wonderful thing that we could start doing this music together and have the same common ground and influence music-wise. All the great people that we got to work with along the way,
Boy, you're bringing up some great acts. I mean, Henry Lee Summer and Tantric and Kim Mitchell might as well go for a soda, right?
Oh, yeah, man. We're both.
Might as well. I know Kim's listening, so hey, Kim.
I love it. Kim Mitchell's listening. Is that right? Kim, during my radio career, I must have played that song a billion times. So share your royalties with me.
We love Kimbo. We really do.
Yeah, when Chip and I met, it was so funny because that was one of the first things. We were just talking about music, and we both figured out that we were both huge Kim Mitchell fans. And, you don't find too many people, because our record label, Ariella Records, is out of Toronto, out of Canada. Mm-hmm. And, so it's kind of cool that our label is out of Canada and that we have so much Canadian influence in our... as a matter of fact, I just bought the new Rick Emmett album that he just put out. I just got it on vinyl. So...
Well, I'm sure they're pulling for you guys, too. There's a lot of pride in Canadian music. There really is. There's a bond there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And so, and the band that I currently tour with is, you're probably familiar with Uncle Cracker, maybe?
Oh, come on. Of course.
Yeah, that's what I tour with him. I'm his guitar player.
Jeez.
And so, but this whole project, the AvantGardeDog thing, just started out as a seed of, like maybe a solo project or something I was going to do. And then, I met Chip, and all of a sudden I was like, man, now I got a comrade, which is always better. I mean, I know a lot of people like to do the solo thing, and that just seems like a lot of pressure.
Hey,
he puts all the pressure on me is what it's all about. That's what happens,
Hey, tell Cracker that you talked to Pratt in Phoenix. He did an unbelievable version of Smile in studio with me with Kenny Chesney.
Oh, really?
It was unbelievable. Nice. And as you know, Cracker's such a good dude. He's just a normal guy, isn't he?
Yeah. He's awesome. I mean, I've become such good friends. I've been playing with him now for about 6 years, and we just become buddies. And he's a wonderful human being. He really is. He's a great guy.
Well, wish him my best. And you guys are number 1 on our countdown this week, by the way.
That's awesome news. That's good to know. That's lovely.
Wow.
Yeah, you are number 1. Tell us about your song "Alone."
Well, I mean, that's, obviously you hear the music isn't so angry, but the lyrics kind of are. It's just the usual breakup with a girl and you're all pissed off and you start writing shit, and then you hone it down to something listenable. That's kind of what it is,
I don't want to interview
songwriters, even if they don't.
I don't want to interview you guys. I just want to hang out with you.
Hey, let's hang. You know what?
Let's go.
I come through Phoenix quite a bit. So.
Yeah. Well, at number 1 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Good guys, man. Here's Kevin and Chip with their band AvantGardeDog and "Alone" at number 1.
Lying awake and yet nothing I take calms me down. Staking my claim on a permanent place on some sacred ground. No matter what I do, it always seems I end up here. The memories of you and the shit we went through keeps me feeling fair. Scrubbing away at this permanent state of my heart. Tugging and laying on these strings that keep me from falling.
AvantGardeDog and my new friends, Kevin and Chip, good guys, listening today, and they deserve to be at number one. That's the best part of this countdown, is we get to make a ton of friends. At number one, AvantGardeDog and Alone. This week, go to worldmusicstage.com to hear the greatest indie music in the world and to support your favorite indie artists. Thanks for joining us every week for the best in indie music all around the world. Thanks to all of our radio affiliates as well. The World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. I'm Dave Pratt, and hey, if you don't deserve it, who does?
Thanks for listening to the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Breaking the sound barrier with your Top 10 weekly from worldmusicstage.com. Join us where indie music comes alive at worldmusicstage.com. That's worldmusicstage.com.